Alright, what's good, YouTube? We're doing a debate. Debate Mono on Kindaka versus Gaku from Sakamoto days. So I'm gonna take, Gaku, he's gonna take Kindaka. My position is that I think it's more likely that Kindaka beats Gaku in a fight. No, opposite, sorry. I think it's more likely that Gaku beats Kindaka in a fight. What's your position?
I think Gaku beats Kindaka. I mean, no. Kindaka beats Gaku, my bad.
Mm-hmm. You want me to scale first or you?
Yeah, you scale first. I gotta look for scans.
Okay. Do you agree that Prime Sakamoto is stated above Kindaka?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you agree that Gaku is above Prime Sakamoto?
no.
Okay. I think Nagamo fought Prime Sakamoto, and he says that base Gaku is the best person he's ever fought.
What? Wait, huh? Okay, wait. Can you prove he fought Prime Sakamoto?
Yeah. I think in the Sakamoto Days verse, if you want to exceed low order level, you have to fight someone and then go like extreme death and almost die. Something like that. And the way this ties into
Wait, what?
everything.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait.
I'm
Is
about to
this
explain
like
it.
low order level, or is this like a power scaling term you made up, or is this using the verse? Because I don't remember ever that
Oh,
being
it's just
stated in the
something I
verse.
made up. It's just like the way I want to describe like the weakest order members.
Okay,
I think there's large
okay,
gaps in the order members' power.
okay. And then what? What are you trying to say?
Yeah. So the way this ties into everything is so Nagamo and Sakamoto, they weren't that strong. They weren't at that level immediately when they were in JCC. Obviously, Sakamoto had to get stronger, and Nagamo had to get stronger too. I can prove this with some scaling, but the problem is with
No,
that.
I agree. They've gotten stronger since they last fought Kindaka. Yeah,
Yeah, the problem
or at
is
least, or well, yeah. Actually, no, disagree with the last one.
okay. So the way that this is gonna tie into the argument, though, holy shit, I don't know why we're calling me Haram. Just call me Zane, please, next time, moving forward. Yeah, so,
Who, me?
no, I'm talking to the guy who pinged, sorry.
Uh,
So the way that this ties into everything is if these guys fight other people to get stronger, they have to fight people who are, like, relative or above them. But if you look at the list of candidates, they basically
what?
have no options but each other.
When's that ever stated in the verse? That's the only option. Like, I agree that's a option, but why is that the only option?
Well, Kindaka says to Sakamoto that if you want to exceed the level you're at, you're going to have to go for extreme training. Now, you could just say that this is like a
Okay,
Sak.
but we have to contextualize what he meant by that because Sakamoto also wanted that to be an extremely fast, gain his strength extremely fast because they need to stop X and shit like right now. So the fastest way of doing that would be fighting people who are relative to him or slightly stronger than him. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that that's the only way of getting stronger.
Well, that's not what Kindaka says. He just says to exceed the level that you're
No,
at, you have to
that
go through some extreme training, and I can send you the panels if you disagree with that.
yeah, you can send the panel, but that's literally the context. Sakamoto is oh my gosh, Sakamoto is literally wondering how is he going to get powerful enough in a small amount of time to be able to protect his family and shit from the Order and from X because the rate he's progressing at right now isn't fast enough. I'm pretty sure that's implied. I don't got a fucking scan, but
So, when you
I
say
don't
a
know, like
short amount of
obvious.
time, do you have like a quantification? What exactly do you mean by that? Do you just mean like he doesn't have like all day? Or do
Yeah,
you
he
mean like
doesn't
a
have like
specific time
years.
frame? Okay.
Uh, Chapter 176. Hold on, let me check. Let me read that chapter real quick.
Now recording.
Yo, Haram, let's debate.
I'm talking to someone else right now. We can debate after.
Damn, there's
No, we can debate.
230 chapters of this
There you
shit
go. I'm
already.
trying to talk to
Damn.
someone.
Why?
Yeah, just looking at that guy. He's loud. He's typing. Yeah, Mono, I don't know what you're talking about. Kindaka wakes up from a coma, Sakamoto just tells him that his plan is to take over the JAA and open stores all over Japan for his own, store franchise, right? And then Kindaka just says, okay, so you need to take out X's gang and the Order to take down the JAA
Yeah.
and take down Slur's gang, which is X's gang because Slur is X, so that you can accomplish your goal. So in response to that, he follows it up with, you're gonna have to fight and do some extreme training to get stronger to surpass the level that you're at. He doesn't say that you have to do it quickly. He just says that you have to exceed the level that you're at by fighting someone and doing some extreme training. So I don't know where you're getting this interpretation from, and I can send this in chat. Yeah, check the scans.
Ooh, this is a good debate, bro. Pretty good debate.
Mono, are you there? Okay, ZFK. Someone do something in the meantime. Oh, did he disconnect? Oh well. Okay, Mono's back. Hello?
Bro, gang, I completely lagged out, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Read the scans I put in chat. I'll tell you my point again.
Yeah, my
So,
bad.
my point was you're saying that it's limited to a time frame. All that happens is Kindaka wakes up from a coma. Sakamoto says, I want to take these guys down and accomplish my dream. Kindaka says, okay, if you're up against these guys, you're going to need to get stronger. And to get stronger, you're going to need to go through some extreme training, like narrowly escaping the jaws of death. So he doesn't say anything about a time
I mean,
frame. He's
that's
just
cool.
telling him what
Yeah,
he
my
needs to
bad.
do
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get stronger and beat them.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But that still doesn't prove that's the only way, or well, at least okay. So,
Oh, I was about to justify that, but
I mean,
just
that's
for now,
fine.
do
But
you
like, what is
agree
this?
that?
How does this prove anything?
Well, I'm about to explain that, like that part of my argument. But do you agree that, like, based off of the scans, like your like point about him being like limited to a time frame is wrong? It's not about that.
Yeah, I can agree that I'm wrong on that. I don't get because in the scan it does prove that it's not the only method of getting stronger.
What do you mean it doesn't prove that? It proves that fighting someone and going for extreme training isn't the only method to get stronger. What do you mean by that?
Because Shin and the other nigga are training in different ways.
Shin is weaker than Sakamoto, and he doesn't show anything
Okay,
about him fighting in weaker ways. They're just fighting someone. What do you mean by different ways?
I don't know, but it's just clearly different from um a near death situation.
Okay, I mean they're at a lower level to Sakamoto, so that already doesn't attack
I
your
mean, that's
point.
fine. That's fine. That's all my point was. My point was just that that's not the only way of getting stronger.
Yeah, but my point is about that specific level, though.
I don't think you could really know that. This is just Kendaka's opinion on how Sakamoto can get stronger. I don't know if you would. And by the way, it can also just be talking about how Kindaka himself can't really teach Sakamoto any much more things, and that could just be more of a teaching problem rather than a training problem. So, I don't know. I don't think this is good enough evidence to prove that this is the only way for people in that strength level to get stronger.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean, what if I just interpret this as like Kindaka isn't willing to like beat Sakamoto to like near death and force him to go through extreme training to get stronger? Like, what if I just interpret it as that?
I mean, you could think of it as that too, but I mean, if like, I mean, sure, like I don't know. The point is that I don't know. Like we don't know. It's too vague.
It's not about it being
So
too vague. I'm looking at the panel right now. All he says is that I can't teach you. If you want to exceed your level, you're gonna have to go through like a near-death experience, and I think that
yeah,
it just means that the guy isn't willing to beat the guy near death, which I think makes sense. I don't want to
yeah,
beat
that can be
people
a
near
part of it.
death
But
that I'm
another
friends
thing could,
with.
yeah,
So hold
yeah,
on.
that can.
So stop. So if you're trying to say that you just can't teach him, I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing about
I
teaching
mean,
him
you just
something
said he
here.
didn't.
It's about getting stronger, and you're getting stronger through fighting. So where's the teaching aspect here? What are you talking about?
No, dude, you just said like 3 seconds ago. He says, "I got nothing to teach you, and if you want to get stronger, you're gonna have to be in near-death experiences to, learn and shit." That's Kindaka's opinion or whatever. That's fine, but this seems more. But I'm saying this is too vague to say that once you reach this skill level, that's the only way you can get stronger. Because Kindaka doesn't say that. He's just saying that if you want to get stronger, in his opinion, if you want to get stronger, you're gonna have to be in a near-death situation.
Yeah.
So,
So
so
where does
where
it?
in the scan?
Okay. You
Huh?
done or no?
No, I was just gonna say where in the scan or where are you like or what other scan says that it's this is the only way.
I'm about to make the argument for why it's the only way. You want me to just tell you that now, and then we can argue about like, I guess like an interpretation of what the scan actually means.
So what? My bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
give an argument for why it's the only way.
okay. So I'm not making like a necessity claim, like it's gonna be the only way. I'm gonna make the claim that it's
And then it
likely.
doesn't really
Like
matter. Then we can move on. Oh,
no, you can make
what? Okay,
likely
so
like
yeah,
claims. You
wait,
don't
okay,
have to
quick.
make necessity
Quick, quick.
claims.
Well, I wasn't. Well, okay, but if you're saying that it's likely the only way, that still needs evidence. You got to prove it. I thought we were talking about likelihood the
Evidence.
whole
I'm
time,
I'm about
though.
to give you
So.
reasoning.
Yeah.
So the reasoning for that is if you're gonna say that for other people their potential works differently, where they don't have to go through these prerequisites to get to a new level of power, you're assuming more things about the story. You're assuming more things about the reality of
What?
Sakamoto days.
What?
So that makes
What
your
are you talking about?
interpretation less
I'm not
likely to be
assuming
true.
shit. It's
Stop
stated,
talking. I'm not
but
saying
it's stated.
stop. I'm talking about this specific level. If you're talking about Shin, I already grant that. We're talking about this specific level of power. You didn't track my argument. Okay.
So you're saying what makes more assumptions?
Okay, so at this specific level, if people need to fight at this specific level and go through extreme training, near death situations to get stronger, that's already something that's kind of granted, right? That's what he's saying. However, if you're trying to say
Mm-hmm.
that it's different for other people at the same strength level or
I didn't
higher,
say that. Didn't say
I'm not
that.
saying, okay, I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying if. If you said that, if you were to say that, then that's an additional assumption about something that isn't already demonstrated within the series. It makes your belief
Okay.
contingent on more moving parts, so it's weaker on parsimony because you have an additional
What?
assumption. Okay? I'm not assuming
What?
anything.
Bro,
I'm not
niggas just be
assuming anything
saying shit.
beyond what's
Like,
stated. You're just giving speculation.
what are you talking about? Bro, what? Okay, that's an argument from ignorance. So one, I didn't
It's
even
not an
say that.
argument
I'm
from
not saying
ignorance.
that. I'm not saying that with other people. What? Like, what's your point? I don't get. I dead ass. No, that is an argument from ignorance
Do you
because you're
not know how
literally just
parsimony
saying, well,
works?
since it's stated. No, you're saying that it's assuming extra entities. I'm not. I'm not making the claim that there are other ways. I'm saying there could be other ways. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm saying that the
Do you think you
claim.
have to
I'm
commend yourself
saying,
to a
calm down, bro.
specific belief for
Bro.
another
Can you
belief
calm
to be
down?
bad?
Can you calm, dude? Like, can you shut the fuck up?
Okay,
You
can I
made the
just?
claim that this is the,
You want me to just
bro.
explain it
You
to you
made the
because you're
claim,
not understanding what I'm talking about?
bro. No, bitch. Let me talk. You just made the
I'm gonna
claim
stay
that this is
confused.
the only. Oh my God. You can clarify right after I'm done talking. You made the claim that this is the or yeah, that this is the only way or it's likely the only way and your
Okay.
evidence is that there's no other way shown. That's a dead ass an argument for ignorance. You're saying that it assumes more entities. No, it's not. I'm not affirming that there are other ways. I'm just saying that the evidence that you sent does not prove that fucking claim. Kindaka never says that this is the only way. He just says once you reach that skill level, a way to get stronger is to, be in a near fight, whatever. But this is Kindaka's opinion. This is what Kindaka is saying. So but even when he says that, it doesn't say it's the only way. So like, bro, your claim is just not real. It doesn't exist. You just it's not in the scan.
What are you talking about? Okay. So I'm speculating based off of stuff off of the scan, okay? I'm giving a reasoning off of stuff that's external to the scan. That's what you're not understanding. You committed a straw man fallacy there because you didn't listen to my full argument. Write it down if you need to so you can comprehend the argument. Ask me a question if you need to because you're not getting the argument. The argument is this guy says that if you're at this level of power, in the case of Sakamoto, you need to go for extreme training to get stronger. If you assume that other people
Mm-hmm.
work differently in that case, then you're assuming something which already is new, which is different than what is already stated within the story. I'm not saying just because it's not stated it can't be true or it's likely untrue. That's not even what I'm saying. I'm not making an argument from ignorance, but I'm saying that if you hypothetically had a different belief on that part, it would be less likely because it's contingent on more moving parts. When a belief is
But
contingent on more things,
I
it
get what
becomes
parsimony
less
is.
like.
Okay,
Okay, hold on. No,
yeah.
when
So
stop. When a belief is contingent upon more things, it becomes less likely. Okay? The
mhm.
likelihood of me landing heads 3 times is less likely than me landing heads twice because there's more
Dude,
moving
I
parts. There's
know
more
what the
things that have to
fuck
go true for
simple
my
hood
belief to
and
be
shit
true.
means,
Okay?
man.
So, in that same regard, I'm saying that if other people are different at that same strength level and they don't have to go for extreme training, then that's less likely because there's more
That's
things
not
you're
what I
adding there.
said.
Okay,
That's
and
literally
this
that's
isn't this is
literally.
stop.
Oh my
You talked for a while.
god,
I have to say one more
bro.
thing. Just be patient with me. Okay, I understand that
Just
you
saying
did not
shit.
say that I actually believe in this. That's fine. But people who have opposing beliefs, who say like, oh, what if you have a different belief on this thing? That thing is already bad because you're gonna have to go through that thing either way, whether or not you have the belief or not.
Okay, bro. I didn't say that this rule or this or what Kindaka says does not apply to people who are in his skill level. It could literally apply to everybody who is in around that strength level and above. That if you're in a near death situation, you learn and you get stronger or whatever. That's true. I'm just saying that's not enough evidence to make the claim that this is the only way. And if you're saying that since this is the only way demonstrated or the only way shown, and because of that, then it's the or no, sorry, it's the only way shown, and because of that,
Again,
it's
that's
the
this is
only
still not my
way. Then
argument. Do you
that's
want me to explain
begging
it to
or
you?
not
You're
begging the
still not
question. That's
understanding it.
argument. That's an argument for
You're still
ignorance.
not understanding my argument. Can I just interrupt you and explain it again?
No, you just strawman my position because I'm not saying that with people who are stronger or in that skill level
Oh,
that
Jesus
this
Christ.
method of training doesn't make them stronger. I'm literally agreeing to that. I'm just saying this doesn't support the claim that this is the only way.
I'm not saying it's the only way universally if that's what you
Okay, so
think I'm
can we
saying.
conclude? Then can we just
Can
move
you
on? Like
listen?
this doesn't like,
Listen.
bro.
Stop.
Bro, but that's
Stop
all I
talking and
disagree
talk.
on.
Listen. Just listen to me.
Nigga, that's all I
Stop.
disagree
Listen to my
on, bro. We could
argument.
just move on.
Stop. Just listen to my argument.
What the fuck? Bro,
Mono.
you just say you don't
Mono,
disagree
stop.
with what I'm saying.
Okay, you're not listening. You still disagree with what I'm saying. You still do. And you've made that clear. Okay? You're saying that you don't agree that people at this specific strength level need to go through extreme training to get stronger. That's what you've already said in this debate. 100%. Everyone's heard it. Okay? I'm disagreeing with that because of the principle of
Hmm?
parsimony. I'm saying that you're tacking on additional assumptions so it's less likely. Okay? You're assuming more about
How am
reality.
I?
And when you assume more about
How?
reality, it becomes less likely that your belief is true. Okay? I gave you the coin
When did it?
example. I gave you the coin example for that part. Okay? So,
Wait, when did I
coins.
ever make that claim? You just strawman me.
You
What?
made that claim earlier. Okay? Now, if
No,
you
I
just want
didn't.
to
I
stop,
said there could.
stop.
I said there could be. I didn't say there is.
Okay, you saying that there could be is a refutation. I'm responding to your refutation. You have to listen to my
Wait,
refutation.
no, but your shit, your shit only works if I'm affirming it. I'm not affirming anything. I'm just saying there
That's
could be
Mono.
and that
That's not
you
how that works. If you give an equal interpretation, even if you're not on the affirmative,
I
I
didn't
can still
even I'm
debunk
not
that.
giving holy shit. I'm literally not even giving an interpretation. I'm literally just saying that the scan shown does not prove your point, and you've agreed to that already. So why are we
So
talking
why
about
did you
this
bring
still?
up then that this thing could be different than what I'm saying? Was that not just for an equal interpretation? Did you just say it could be
No, I
different for
was
no
saying
reason
I
then? Like
was
what are you talking
yeah,
about? Are
no,
you
I
not
was
even
saying I
debating me
was
right
saying
now?
that I was saying no, I was saying that to demonstrate that your scan doesn't prove that this is the only way. Because if it were to be
I
the
didn't
only
say it
way,
was
then
the
there
only
couldn't be
way
any other
generally. I'm saying it's
explanation.
the only way
Okay,
for
then let's
people
move
at this
on,
specific
dumbass.
strength level. Okay,
Yeah,
do you want to
exactly, and that's what's in question. Your scan doesn't prove that. Let's move on. Like what?
Holy shit. Okay.
You're either making an argument for ignorance or you're
This
just
guy
not
doing
proving the
trap. I
claim. So let's just
basically
move
just
on.
said that the scan proves it for Sakamoto, and if it's different for other people, it's less likely.
I didn't
Okay.
say it's different from other people. Are
You
you
don't have to
fucking
say it.
stupid?
You don't have to say it. If anyone
No,
believes
no,
that, it's
I'm
less
a.
likely. I'm explaining why the belief would be less likely. You're not listening. You're not
This
tracking
is
what I'm
this is
saying. I'm
autism.
gonna move
Oh
on to
my
the
god,
next
you're
one.
actually
Okay, so
stupid.
stop.
Wait, no, wait.
Stop.
I gotta clarify. Wait,
You're gonna
what?
clarify
What?
what? You didn't understand my argument. You
Yeah,
just
so I
interrupted me
can
50
agree
times,
that
but now you
everybody
want to
else,
understand it? Go ahead.
everybody who, yeah, so everybody who's in Sakamoto's level and above can use this way to get stronger. I'm literally agreeing to that. What's in question is if that's the only way.
I think they have to do that. I'm giving a motive for that. I already brought this up.
Why? Where does it say that? Where does it say that in the scan?
I just said earlier multiple times, I'm not only using the stuff within the scan, I'm using external reasoning external to the story.
Okay, so simple to like what? Wait, so your thing isn't in the story because if it's not in the scan, then you're just making shit up. You know that, right?
It
Like you're
doesn't have
literally
to
just
be
saying
in the
it.
scan. You can speculate on what happens in the
Kind of
story
does,
without seeing everything.
but
What?
that would just be headcanon, like
What do you mean it's headcanon? I'm giving you a motive.
because it's not in the fucking story, dumbass. You
So
haven't
you
proven that
criticized
it's
me
in the
earlier and you said
story.
that I was making an argument from ignorance. If you're gonna say it needs to be directly shown in the story for it to be true, then that's an argument from ignorance.
I didn't say it need to be directly shown. It could be implied.
Okay, if it needs to be implied, shown, or whatever, I can't speculate on it, then that's still an argument from
Yeah.
ignorance. Because you're saying that
No,
because
it's
there
not.
stop.
What?
Because you're saying that since there's a lack of this thing shown, then
This
this
nigga
thing
be
cannot
using
be true.
headcanon arguments in a debate. You are a dumbass. Oh my god,
Okay,
bro.
so Mono basically just thinks you can't speculate. That's fantastic. Okay, my next point.
I
Next
mean,
point.
you
You're not
can't.
getting
You
it.
can in your own like little world, but in a debate, you have to show like
Yeah, and
actual
in my
proof and
own little
evidence.
world, I make arguments based on what people actually believe in. People in real life speculate all the time. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, you do realize though that that little shitty parsimony argument doesn't prove your point. It's literally an argument for ignorance.
No, because it's not necessarily proving that it won't happen. It's making it less likely that it's going to be the a belief which is against my belief. That's the point.
No,
I'm
no.
moving on. I'm moving
What's
on.
your?
I'm moving on until you
I
actually
mean,
like address my
sure.
argument. You got one more chance. If you don't address it, I'm just moving on.
Yeah, I would just say this. You're literally just saying that since I mean, nah, I don't even have to repeat myself. Just that as what you just said was just an argument for ignorance. Like, go move on.
Yeah, that's nonsense. Okay. So so do you not have any disagreements with the other stuff besides the Kindaka scan or what?
No, I'm fine with everything else.
Okay.
My whole issue was just that for people who is in Sakamoto's level and above that they would have to be in a near life situation to get stronger. I don't see the evidence for
Okay,
that.
do you agree to the next part, which is literally just that Nagamo fights Gaku, says Gaku's the best person he's ever fought? That's obviously combative. I think you've already agreed to that, but I'm
I
just
don't
double
think I
checking.
don't think yeah, it's competitive, but I don't think you can prove that Nagamo has sufficient knowledge on Kindaka because when he was fighting and training with Kindaka, he got blitzed and then he got his ass beat and then he was off the fight for like pretty much the
Well,
whole
that doesn't
time.
matter
So he
because
doesn't have
Kindaka
an
is
accurate
incorrect.
assessment
Mono,
of
that doesn't
of
matter.
how
You
strong
already agreed Prime
Kindaka is.
Sakamoto's above Kindaka, so that's the only part of the scaling I actually need.
So you haven't scaled Nagamo to
Nagamo
what? You
above
haven't
Gaku, above Prime
yeah,
Sakamoto. That was
you
the
haven't proven
argument.
that you haven't proven Nagamo has fought in Prime Sakamoto. I don't
I
agree to
gave an
that.
argument for it. If you think you won that,
What
that's
was the
fine. I
argument?
disagree with
What
your
was the
point. I'm fine.
argument?
It was the
Wait,
parsimony
what
point.
the
I
fuck
was
was
saying
the?
that they would have had to fight each other because they have no one else to fight. Everyone else is too weak for them.
How do you know that?
You want me to scale the order members right now?
I mean, no. I just, how do you
On
know
God, I
that?
can prove
Like,
that Nagamo is blitz levels above someone like Shishiba. On God, I can prove that.
was Shishiba even in the order when all three of them? Wait,
Yeah, we
what?
see panels of them all the time.
We
Yeah,
don't even know who was in the order when Prime Sakamoto was Prime
I can
Sakamoto.
show you. You don't know what you're talking about. Hold on.
Other than Nagamo and like Rion, I
Hold
think.
on. No, stop.
I mean, or no, I think she left. I don't know. I forgot. But all we know for a fact is it was Nagamo and Sakamoto.
That's not true. Let me show you.
Oh, are you gonna be using that one skin where it was when the order
Look,
was introduced?
look.
Nigga, that's a cover. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's a cover about the story that the author made. What are you talking about?
Okay, why is that canon? What the fuck? I was
Who do
being
you think
charitable
drew
because
this?
I
What?
remember there was a
What
panel.
do you mean? Why is that canon? Who do you think drew this?
Hold on. So you think like this nigga is ass? Oh my god.
You think some random hillbilly drew this, or do you think the actual author drew this?
You know, just because an author draws something, okay, look, because you're low tier and you couldn't prove your own point, but I got evidence for you, okay?
I don't want your evidence. I'll make my own arguments. Thank you very much.
I got you, gang. Like, you can maybe use that,
I'm
but
good, thank you.
what you
I'm
that
using the
volume cover
argument you bring
proves
up.
literally. Oh, okay, well, shit, then you lost. Okay, so you watch One Piece and read One Piece and shit, right?
Yeah.
So you think that Nami was like fucking just way bigger than all the other straw hats and shit eating ice cream? Think that's canon to the story? Think that fucking happened?
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
think
Anime or
you
manga?
thinking now?
Anime or manga?
This is a here. I'll send you the volume cover,
Yo,
and I'll
Anel
send you
slash,
another
bro.
cover of Enel in the sky and shit.
Yo.
Hold
What's the
on.
debate? Yo, Mono. All right, fuck you then, you fat ass fucking punk. That's what I thought.
Mono, hurry up and make your point. I'm
Can
tired
you
of
hear me?
waiting.
Can you hear me?
You're
Can you hear
taking
me? Can you hear
forever.
me?
Yeah.
Look at that. So you think this ever happened in the manga? Like, like Nami, Boa, Robin, Perona, the other bitch, and Big Mom were all together posing.
Oh,
Think
you're
that
just
happened
saying
in
it
the
could be
manga?
a hypothetical? Okay, I'll grab something from the manga then.
Wait, so you think that happened in the One Piece story?
No, no, you're not listening. I said it was a hypothetical. You're talking about the
Fuck you
author
mean
just
hypothetical? Yes or
the
no? Do you think
author.
that shit happened
Holy
in the
shit,
One
it
Piece
didn't
story?
happen in the manga. I'm saying the author drew this as though it was a
Thank you,
hypothetical
dumbass.
situation. You're not getting my point.
Okay, so why can't that just be the case with that shit?
Why can't that just be the
Fuck.
case of that shit? I mean, holy shit. It's a good question. So, I'll make this easier. I'll literally just show you a volume cover, volume 15.
I don't give a fuck if you show me another volume cover. Just prove
It
that that
isn't okay
specific
in the
volume
manga.
cover.
Shishiba is in the order. Takamura is still in the order. Kamehate is still in the order. Anyone we can think of from those panels is in the
Dude,
order. Okay, this is a volume cover, and with these volume covers, we'll tip. What the
you're
fuck? What's
not
killing
proving
me in
this
this
is
game?
canon.
Stop. You're right. I haven't proved it's canon yet because you haven't let me talk whatsoever. Like what?
I've already proven that things can be hypothetical. Or you have agreed that volume covers could be hypothetical. So shit.
So you think that beats my
That
argument
could
automatically?
no, I just think that it gives me good reason to fucking ask why the fuck is this canon, and you have given literally no evidence for why this is canon. You're just saying shit.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't given any evidence because you cut me off and then you don't let me talk. Okay.
All right, you can go right now.
Yeah.
Like,
So the argument is literally just that we see a bunch of flashbacks to the order days. We see who is in the order. We hear stuff about this stuff in the flashbacks. We see these people
huh?
like Yotsumura, hold on, Yotsumura,
What?
Kindaka, Sakamoto, Kamehate, Shishiba, maybe Hio. I don't know if we see Hio in a
Wait, where do
flashback.
we see this in the manga? I don't remember this shit.
When Kamehate is having his backstory, we literally see that he's sniping someone from far away, and he resents Sakamoto because he stole his
Kane
kill and he got
Kanebake
famous
had a
for it.
fucking. Oh, you talking about that shit? I don't
Yes,
remember any other order member being there.
Shishiba was there.
Okay, so then why couldn't Nagama just fight Shishiba? You do realize you
Because there,
literally
okay,
can't skip.
there's blitz level gaps within the order. Honestly, I'm just gonna
I
send
mean,
my
you
tier
can
list,
prove
and then
that.
I'm gonna just go
You can
down one by
genuinely just.
one to explain why
I
Sakamoto and
mean, you
Nagamo
can
are
prove
so
that,
far
but
above these
dude, like,
guys. Chill
I
out
mean,
for a
sure, you
second.
can prove that,
Chill out
but
for a
dude,
second.
we.
Watch.
Hold on, wait, barely chill. You can prove that, but like, dude, like, there's literally no, like, we don't know what like, there's no scaling during that time. Nothing happens. All we know is that happens is that fucking, like, we don't know what happens. We literally don't know. All we know is that Sakamoto was the strongest.
Okay. So we don't need to know. I'm gonna give another speculative argument. Okay. If the
This nigga,
previous point,
no, bro,
stop.
no head cannon, bro. Fucking
I don't
straight
care what
facts.
you think
Send
is
me,
headcanon. I'm giving a good argument. I don't care what you think. Let me argue.
just agree. This nigga's a fucking, this nigga,
Okay.
God.
Stop.
Like, you really want me to debate head cannon versus head cannon? Like, what the fuck do you, like, no, I'm not doing that, bitch. You're gonna send a fucking scam proving your shit.
No. I'm gonna make an argument. You don't like it, leave.
Okay, then you lost. The fuck?
You wanna leave? Burn over joint or I'll win.
No, you can prove your point, but dude, I'm just gonna say the same shit. But go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Holy shit. Okay, JCC trio, skills to Rion. You agree to that? Rion Akao on the tier list?
You said who?
Do you agree that the JCC trio are all relative? They scale to where Rion Akao is on this tier list. A tier.
Yeah, but
They're top.
Prime. Can you prove that Prime Sakamoto and was JCC Sakamoto? I
That's
literally
not
don't
the
think there's
point.
any
I'm
evidence of
asking you
that.
about something differently. You're not listening.
Yeah, sure, they can be relative.
Okay, they're all relative and they stay at that spot on the tier list for scaling. Okay, so let's go down one by one. So Taurus, Blitz level above Shishiba, Osaragi,
What?
Kamehate, what else? Hio, who else?
What?
Kanaguri, all of them.
What? What am I
Basically
listening
all of
to?
those guys. Basically all of those guys. Okay?
What are you? Okay, I'll
You want to see
just
where I'm going with
okay.
this? You want to see where I'm going with this? Let me
I'll
continue.
steel man your point. Just keep going. Just I don't
Okay.
get what you're trying to say because Taurus doesn't scale to the JCC trio. There's no connective
I'm just
or
going down
connection.
one by one to prove that there's blitz level gaps between the order. Okay? I'm saying that there's the
Bitch,
blitz
I don't
level.
give a
I
fuck.
don't
Your
give a
burden
fuck
is
if you
to
give a
prove
fuck.
that
Let me talk.
Nagamo during
Let me
Prime
talk.
Sakamoto
Yeah, I'm
days
saying they
was
didn't have people
fucking.
strong enough who could actually push them. I'm proving that. I'm showing you
Yeah,
that on
that's
the
what's
tier
in
list.
question for Nagamo, dumbass.
Yeah, I'm proving that with the tier list spots. What are you talking about? I'm
Um,
showing you where these characters are ranked, and then I'm saying who has a blitz level gap between them.
keep going, dude. Keep going.
We need a moderator. You just can't shut up. Okay, Rion bliss level
And
above Torres. Torres bliss level above Shishiba. Asaragi, Kamehate, Hio. Who else?
yeah, I'll steel
Kanagari.
man all that. Just keep going.
Kanagari too. Like, hello.
Yeah, I'll steel man
Okay.
that. Keep going.
So the only person that's really left is Yotsumura. Okay,
Okay.
Yotsumura, and that's assuming. No, I'm not gonna say all that. Okay, Yotsumura and maybe Oki. We don't even know where Oki is.
Okay. What does that have to do with JCC trio?
Okay, so based off of who we see in the order, we see a bunch of these members in the order when Prime Sakamoto is running about. All of the people that we really see aren't really, on the level of like Nagamo currently or Sakamoto back then
How do
whatsoever.
you know
There's
that?
there's blitz level gaps. They're literally above. I already gave you the chain scale. If they scale the Rihanna Kao, they're basically above anyone anyways, besides Yotsumura. But
What?
Yotsumura
No.
Yotsumura isn't in the order anymore, and he's doing his own
No.
thing. He literally
But no, I'm
left.
saying what? How do you know that's the case? During the Prime Sakamoto era, like when Sakamoto was in his prime.
Because of the Rihanna Kao scaling. The JCC people, they go up from that point on. I'm not gonna keep repeating it to you.
Okay.
This is like getting annoying. Like I'm just
So
gonna
so the
finish this.
JCC trio gets stronger, and then what?
Okay, they either stay at that point or they get stronger. And nobody else can challenge them. So
Okay,
that
they
is
get strong.
why. That is
Wait,
why. Okay,
when
Rion
what?
is
When
gone.
is it stated that they
Stop.
can't get challenged?
I gave you scaling. You want to just conclude?
No, wait. Where does it when? But you haven't sent a scan. So where does it say that the JCC during that time, the JCC trio during that time was unbeatable or like unchallenged?
There's no statement like that, but I'm giving you the scaling. Matter of fact, I missed one person, Takamura, but they're not gonna fight Takamura. You agree to that, right?
Oh my god.
Do you agree that they're gonna fight
Yeah, I
They're not
agree.
gonna
They
fight
won't. They
Takamura?
won't be
Yes or no?
fighting. Yeah, they're not fighting Takamura. I mean, they could still. I mean, I could rat. I mean, what? This ain't even ratting for real. I mean, he could technically
It's
still
Giga Rat. What are you
use.
talking about?
They can still use Takamura as a way of training.
You know, Takamura is literally like a crazy old man in their heads, and they literally are like scared of the guy. Nobody
Yeah,
even
but they could use
understands
his
him.
like.
You think they're gonna walk up to the
Yeah,
guy and be like, "You want to fight?" Like
no,
nearly
no,
to
not
the
that. They
death.
could like throw a rock at him. They could throw a rock at him, and you know how he just uses his big ass sword and just like slices everything.
He's
They'll
gonna notice that
like
and fight
they'll
though.
like nah, because they're not gonna have blood intent, so they're just gonna be like, whoo, they're gonna dodge it when he tries fucking cutting the rock.
Okay, this is like some weird thing. They're throwing rocks at like some blind elderly man, trying to get
Like you
some
see how
weird like
stupid it
dodge
is.
training in.
Like
Yeah, I see how stupid it is.
you
Like we're doing mental
yeah,
gymnastics
that's
just
what
to
you're
avoid the
doing.
point that
That's
these
what
guys
you're
obviously fought
doing.
each other. Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
That's
So
what you're doing. There's no evidence for anything. Like you're just saying shit, bro. Like they could technically use
if you
Takamura
live
as
your life
training. They
completely
could
based
use
off of
whatever.
evidence and evidence only, you dead ass just can't even live your life. You dead ass need to get a fucking chemical kit to literally analyze the food you eat
What?
so that you don't fucking
What?
die because you don't have
What?
evidence that your food isn't poisoned. You literally can't take
No, I
medicine from a
do. What?
pharmacist. Like,
What?
what are you talking about? You don't have proof that your friend
No.
isn't gonna stab you in the
What?
back with a knife when you
I
walk
do
around.
have
You don't
proof.
need
I do
evidence.
have proof.
Nobody bases their life on
I
100%
do.
proof. They base their
I
life
didn't say
off of what's
100%
likely.
proof.
We
I
don't
didn't
need
say
evidence for
100% proof,
everything.
but you
We
have
do it
zero
based off of
evidence
what's
at
likely.
all.
You know God
Likelihood is
doesn't
proof,
exist, right?
retard.
No, not that God doesn't exist.
What?
Sorry. There's no proof that God exists. There's no proof. There's no evidence for that. But people
What
speculate
the
and they
fuck?
believe in God
What?
even though there's a lack of evidence.
Christians don't believe that. You know that, right? Christians do believe a God exists.
Yeah, I
That's the biggest
agree.
religion, by the way.
People do believe that
Yeah,
God
they
exists, but
think
there's
there's
no evidence
evidence.
for
They
God
think there's
existing. If
no
there was
that
evidence
that's
for
not
God
true. The
existing,
big
nobody would argue about whether
are
or
you
not God exists.
you know that's blasphemy. You know you bro. Do you literally know in the Bible that you do realize there is like Christians do believe that there's evidence for Jesus' resurrection. Are you dumb?
Yeah, that's interpretable evidence. But you're talking about
Oh my God, that's my point.
cold cut
Okay, so
evidence.
then there is.
Okay? That's what
Okay,
you want
so
from
then there
me. You
is
don't want
evidence.
speculation.
No,
They're
I'm
speculating
not.
based off of what they heard.
He's re-
They don't have
he's
100%
retarded.
definitive proof that what they learned in
He's
history
retarded.
class
Oh
is
my God,
actually true.
dude,
Yeah, I'm
just
so
dude,
retarded that you cut me
dude,
off and say 15 different things and just
dude,
stutter and
dude.
get confused before you even actually
You
try to
can barely chill.
comprehend my
Wait,
argument
dude,
for even 1 second.
dude.
I'm gonna move on to the next point. Okay, I'm gonna talk to
Wait,
your
no,
talk.
you gotta put. Wait, huh?
I'm gonna
Okay, well,
debunk
I
your
mean, fuck this.
Takamura. I'm gonna
You
debunk
haven't,
your Takamura
dude.
point. Stop talking.
You haven't scaled. So you haven't even scaled Nagamo. Like
I
what?
have. I already have multiple
No,
times.
you haven't. You literally haven't proved that Nagamo would be fighting Sakamoto.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
so
I
you're
already have. I already have.
okay. So
Stop talking.
hold on. So
If you think I
JCC
haven't, we can just
trio.
move on. I'm not repeating myself.
Okay, so JCC trio is
Okay,
stronger than
Mono,
who?
stop.
No, just tell me the chain scaling
I'm
real
not
quick. I'll type
repeating
it
it to
down
you.
and then I'll
To
attack it.
respond, hold on. Okay.
Okay, wait. So if you're not okay,
Okay.
wait. If you want to do that, then
JCC
fuck the steel
trio
man.
all
I'm not
relative
steal.
above
I'm not
all
stealing
order
no steel man
members
anymore. Prove every claim you
by
made, dipshit.
blitzed tier.
Fuck.
I already gave reasoning. Okay, I'm gonna debunk your whole
Okay,
Takamura
nice. You
point.
lost.
I'm gonna debunk your
What the
Takamura point now.
all them agreements were a fucking
Why do you not
wait,
stop talking?
JCC trio, all relative above all order
Can we get a
members
moderator? I
by
dead ass
blitz
can't
here.
talk to this guy. He's like a
Wait,
sperm.
can you prove
Can we get
that?
a
Can you
moderator?
prove
No.
that?
Can we get a moderator? I'm done with this guy. I actually can't even talk.
Wait, can you prove your claim?
Hold on. No, I'm pinging Prince to mute you.
Okay, but can you prove your claim though? Like you said that the tree, I can agree. I can agree the
I
trio's
gave
all
you the
above,
reasoning
but
already.
yeah,
You're
yeah, okay,
holding this
okay, 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 yeah,
conversation
but
at
bro, can you
gunpoint.
shut the fuck up, bitch? Okay, your evidence was that
Hold
Torah
on. I'm
scales
gonna go
above all of
down to
these
VC
people.
and ask this dude to mute you. One
Okay,
second.
faggot, you can do that, but
I'm
like,
not leaving the debate. I'm gonna be back in 5 seconds. Don't leave.
if you leave, you can.
Yo, Prince.
Yo, bro, prove the JCC trio scales to Taurus.
Okay. You know what, Mono? I'm gonna do that, but let me respond to your Takamura point, and then I'll do that. Is that fine with you?
Mm, okay, sure.
Okay. So with your Takamura point, it doesn't work because you saying that Takamura is not going to be able to notice them unless they exude bloodlust. Doesn't work because Takamura is able to fight without his opponent showing off bloodlust. The reason for this is because he's obviously trained as a blind person to interact with the world around him. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to fight people and do his everyday tasks if he's just blind. It wouldn't make any sense. He's obviously trained and he knows how to fight like some casual blind person that you'll see in fiction who's really fucking skilled even though they can't see. That's my motive.
Yeah, prove all
So
of that.
basically, if
There's
they
no
throw a
proof of
rock
that.
at him, he's gonna try to kill them.
Wait, where does it? You're saying that that just
Jesus
okay. I can
Christ.
agree that he can
Holy shit.
he can. Yeah, you need to prove that when that he would fight even if he doesn't sense bloodlust.
I just gave you the reasoning. I'm concluding this debate. I lied to you about how I was gonna repeat the JCC scaling. You wasted my time. I'm done.
Okay, so you didn't prove the JCC trio scales to Taurus.